Also new tonight, we are in the middle of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and tomorrow afternoon, Christ Hospital is hosting a free webinar answering any and all of your questions related to breast cancer. And so here with me this afternoon is Dr. Jennifer Manders with the Christ Hospital Health Network. And thanks so much for being here with me to talk about such an important topic that I think has impacted all of us in one way or another.
Absolutely.
So let's first talk about just getting your annual mammogram. When should we do that? How old do you need to be? There's always been a lot of conflicting information, or I should say it's changed over the years.
It has. So it was easy back in 2002, and the recommendation was start at age 40, go annually, and go until, the end of your life. Then things changed. They pushed it to 50, then it was every other year. So things have sort of swung in the other direction now. The recommendation is between 40 and 45, have a conversation with your doctor, healthcare provider about what is right for you. But we recommend starting at 40 and going annually. After age 75, there's not a lot of data. That doesn't mean that women at 75 should stop getting mammograms. It's really, again, a conversation of what competing medical problems do women have, what's their life expectancy, is it beneficial to get more screening?
What have you been seeing as far as younger women? Because I think there used to be this misconception where breast cancer happened in older women, but I've of course met women in their 20s and 30s, men as well, by the way, who have gotten breast cancer.
So we have seen a trend where the patients have gotten younger and younger. Just this week, I've seen a couple of patients in their 20s. And, my youngest patient was 17 when she was diagnosed, but that's rare, very rare. But we will talk about this tomorrow in our webinar, that the age of onset of breast cancer is getting younger. And we see that in families who have genetic mutations, that each generation it gets younger. So although the average age of breast cancer diagnosis is still in the 50s, you have to include those people who are diagnosed at a young age, and many people that's before they start mammograms at 40.
Is there anything that we can do as women to try and lower our risk?
There are lifestyle modifications, like eating a healthy diet, decreasing the amount of animal fat that you're eating, exercise 150 minutes a week, stop smoking or don't start smoking. Alcohol consumption is linked as well. So there's a lot that you can do. Unfortunately, there's a lot that you can't change, including your own medical history, your family's history. Certain findings on biopsies can increase your risk as well. And even having dense breast tissue on mammogram is a risk factor, which you cannot change.
And so just being aware and being proactive, I'm guessing, is the answer. So talk to us a little bit about, again, there's going to be this webinar tomorrow. What will be some of the questions and topics you guys will be discussing?
Great. So we're going to be talking about what is high risk and how do we manage high risk women that's different from the average risk woman. What kind of additional studies should we be doing? What medications are available? What kind of surgery could we think about doing as well? We'll get into how breast cancer is treated, how breast cancer is found on imaging, what kind of chemotherapy regimens there are, all kinds of new drugs. And we're going to talk about some new studies as well about how breast cancer is found earlier and earlier.
Dr. Manders, I really appreciate you being here today, because I do think, as I said, this is a topic that sadly, inevitably impacts either someone you love or maybe yourself, and knowledge is power is what I always say to maybe some of the women in my life who are just afraid of all of these things, like let's not talk about it, maybe it won't happen. So again, this webinar, it's free to you. You just have to log on. It's happening tomorrow from noon until 1, so you can do it on your lunch break if you have time. Again, any and all questions related to breast cancer are welcome. We have the registration link on our website. Just go to WLWT.com. Thank you again for being here and for all that you do to continue to help women here locally.